morning, that was the one thing that saved the human race, is the coming of the sun, God's sun, the light of the world. Of course the sun lights the world. And the sun doesn't belong to China or Africa or anybody else. It belongs to God. So it was God's Son, our risen Savior. And of course the sun is your Savior, because if it don't come up, we're dead. But once you understand the concepts and ideas, then you begin to question, why did Judas go out and kiss Jesus? The scripture, you know how in the scripture talks about Judas went out and kissed Jesus? First of all, many Christians think Judas went out and kissed Jesus to identify him. Logic alone would tell you that's not true. You just think about it. I mean, in a little Mickey Mouse town, in where Jesus would have been living, in a little small, it's not Chicago, it's a little small town, and even the Romans back in Rome knew who Jesus was, so everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows what he's doing. And consequently, when the scribes and Pharisees, the religious leaders, decided they'd had enough of him and wanted to arrest him, you think they're going to have to send out somebody to find him and point him out? No, everybody in town knows who he is. Well, then why did Judas go out and kiss him? And most people think Judas went out and kissed Jesus to identify. It doesn't say that. It says he went out to kiss Jesus to betray him, not identify. What do you mean, betray? That's interesting, because even the mafia today, when they're going to kill you, they give you the kiss of death. They've kissed you off. Why? Because in the old ancient world, when a scorpion bites you, the scorpions in the Middle East have two stingers, one on top of the other. And when they bite you, they leave a cut in your skin that looks just like a human lips, looks just like lips. And consequently, the ancient people said that you just got the kiss of death. He just kissed you off, okay? And consequently, that's what Judas was doing, giving him the kiss of death. Why?
He said, she said, he said, she said, I'm not really with that. He said, she said, he say, she say, ask that little bitch I might dictate. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, I run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch I might dictate. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch I might dictate. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. I wake up, I put on my clothes, time to go check me a road. You can't tell me shit, tell me nothing, I really turn nothing to something. Look, I used to be broke like a bitch, I was hurt, I was ugly. These bitches, they ain't wanna touch me, now none of these niggas can touch me. The time that you thought I was spending alone, I was working the phone. The time that you thought I was bummy, I was just stacking my money. Yeah, the time that you thought I was down and out, I was not in the drought. I get that dope and then ship it out, American gangster. I know Victoria's Secret, I got the key to the streets. I got some niggas be trapping, they want it, they coming to me. Look, that bitch say she want me to fuck her just like I be fucking the beat. I told her that me and my niggas gon' be there at 2:45. My diamonds come away from the Mayans, and I run the street with some lions. I trap like I want me a Kanye and rap like I want me a Ray. Don't say no shit on the internet, you ain't gon' say to my face. Look, these industry niggas be pussy, and I'm trying to give me a taste. He say, she say, ask that little bitch I might dictate. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, running the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch I might dictate. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, running the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. Trapping, that's my reputation. I like rapping, that's my reputation. I like flipping cars, reputation. Lord. They know me, they know my reputation. I like kissing bitches, reputation. Dismissing bitches, reputation. Ooh, flipping money, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. I ain't too fucking dope, reputation. I go swing first, reputation. they know my reputation. Look, like a jeans, reputation. I turn my grandma's house to trap house, that's my reputation. I got court cases, jail cases, reputation. Look, they know me, they know my reputation, bitch. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, he say, he say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Hello, he say, she say. Ask that little bitch out my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. How these bitches like to talk a lot. He say, she say. How these niggas like to talk a lot. He say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Why these niggas like to talk a lot? Why these bitches like to talk a lot? Yeah, he say, she say, he say, she say. Nah. Hey, we ain't got that real fake on that fake. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? How everybody doing? Glad to see everybody in the chat. What's good with it? I know I said that I was gonna open up a panel this evening about the ugly, disturbing topic that we had earlier this afternoon. But tomorrow evening we're gonna go over to Nina Ray. We're gonna go over to her channel at 7:30, and we all gonna go over there and discuss it. Mainly the sisters, the queens. Mainly hope to see everybody over there tomorrow at 7:30. But mainly, you know, like I said, hope to see everybody. But mainly the sisters, the queens. You know, y'all over there because of how disturbing that topic was earlier. So tomorrow evening, we're gonna go over there and discuss it on Nina Ray channel. And like I said, glad to see how you doing, blessed grandma. Robert Champion, what's good with it, brother? I think Yaya in there. How you feeling, my brother Yaya? Toya, how you doing? Liz Lyon, Miss Naturally Knows. How everybody doing this evening? We've been having some hot days all around the country, so hope everybody, staying safe. How you doing, Miss Daniele? The Flapper, what's good with it? Victoria George, how you doing? Sasha, what's good with it? Yeah, we like I said, and I want to get this out because this been on my mind all day. I gotta let y'all know this. You all are bringing out the best of me, and I hope I'm doing that with you all. And so if y'all doing that to me, and my intentions are doing that with you all, then man, we not gonna be nothing nice. I can assure you that. And it's not gonna be nothing nice with us. How you doing, Ashawn Jones? It's Jay. How everybody doing? But yeah, y'all are bringing out the best of me, and my true intentions are doing the exact same with everyone. What's good with it? Yeah. Angela Brown. Glad to see you, my brother. Yeah. How you been doing? How you doing, Sweetness? But yeah, y'all, we're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And another thing I want to mention, just the peacefulness, and I gotta say it because another thing that's been on my mind, I've been thinking about a lot of the things we went through, and to be honest, I can't say there's no other way. I'm like embarrassed about it, but hey, that's behind us. And hopefully and I can just about say more than hopefully, we ain't traveling down that road no more. You know, a road that we don't have to. What I think we should do over here is travel down roads that we need to. There may be some unwelcome roads, but our job is to travel down them and do what we got to do. So all the support is well appreciated. And we might have a few new brothers that didn't catch, what was said earlier, maybe about a week ago. We got zero tolerance on disrespecting the women over here in this chat. You can't even do it a little bit, you know. But what I would suggest, be a man and just hold it to you and deal with we deal with the sister in a respectful way. And if you feel that it get to that point, then sometimes it's better our mouth be closed and let nature, do what it do. Because one thing we can't fight is the universe. It's gonna go the way it gotta go. We just in the midst of it. But what's good with it, Robert Champion, glad to see you. Frederick Blue, as I said, I appreciate all the new people in the chat. But yeah, if y'all notice, one thing I love to talk about is us just waking up. Us just waking up. And targeting the youth in the way that they should be targeted. We ain't trying to target them to do no harm. We're trying to teach them something, if we possibly can. Dealing with the society we living in now. May seem hard, but anything is doable. That we know, anything is doable. Toya Morris, how you doing? Yep, it's Jay. That name, I know you speaking to somebody, but every time I see that name, God is in control. That's real talk. Cause like I said, we just in the midst. We small fries in this big game, in this big pool, this big whirlwind that we all caught up in. But we gonna fight it. We're gonna fight our battles. There's so much going on. I don't really, want to speak on that topic from earlier, but like I said, it was very disturbing. But, we had a couple days to prepare for it. I kind of like brushed everybody up on it. And we got a lot more to come, y'all. We got a lot more to come because, like I said, they don't hesitate. They don't even second guess. When they go in their meetings, they secret, private meetings. First of all, how in the hell are they gonna have? That's another way they get us. They go into their so-called private meetings. If y'all supposed to be for the people and working for the people, what's the need and what's the urge of all of a sudden they want to have all these private meetings? Why so private? Y'all work for the people. So if anything, and then the main thing they do is exclude the people out. Make sure we don't come near it. Like I told y'all, as soon as they get put in office, the first thing they do is go and get security to secure you and I from them. Look how long they've been doing that. At some point, we got to say, like, hey, this ain't what, DeMarco just saying, or it ain't what, Miss J saying, or, Yaya. It ain't, nobody opinion. This is fact. This is what they do to us. It's what they do. It's no difference. And y'all, we may even, that may even be a mission of ours, to even target some of these pastors out here. Because I can guarantee you this. I'm not saying all, but there's a large percentage of people that live under the pastor, the whole pastor thing, and got all these big churches and getting all this funding. It's no different from what we just went through. I can guarantee you this. Most of them wouldn't even think about doing it if money wasn't involved. What y'all think? Y'all think a lot of these pastors that dedicate their time and patience and lives to being a pastor if they wasn't getting paid? Now, a lot of us probably in the chat, and it's cool because it's understandable. A lot of us probably saying to ourselves, well, you know, I got a good pastor. He wouldn't do that. I got a good pastor. He really worked with the people. This church been here for a long time. My mother, my parents, my grandparents, we all go to this church. I meet good people. The only like realistic response that I can say to that is like we can't even go for that. And then make it so bad. Some of these people is doing it like they not even trying to hide that they in it just for the money. What's the need? In some of these churches, you could turn on television Sunday, and the church would look like they about to have a concert. I'm not even talking about what's being done during the church service. I'm talking about just the whole look of it. What's the need? And I understand a lot of people attend church. Understand me, everybody. I'm not targeting religion. I'm not targeting church itself. Because all that is good until man get his hands involved in it. When men, you know, people start playing around in it and see that there's a way that they can profit some type of way, then they start corrupting things and shaping and forming things for the best for them, for their ability to deceive everybody. I recently came across a story where this church, it was a big church like I just spoke on. The members of that church didn't even know that the pastor, from the time he was a pastor at that church, I'm gonna go back and get the exact name of the church and the state and city where it was at. But they found out that their pastor had owned 2 private jets, a mansion, a Lamborghini, just off the church, that he tried to conceal from them. He didn't want them to know anything about this. But due to people waking up and things, I ain't even got to go no further than that. Just people waking up and asking questions. A lot can come from just a simple question. Because if it don't sound right, it don't sound right. If it don't look right, it don't look right. No matter how much we want it to. I just said the universe gonna work the way it's gonna work. We just caught up in the midst of it. We cannot stop it or force it. We just can't. We just can't. Only thing, yeah, you're right. You're right. Only thing that my main, thing is that we fight to wake up. We fight to wake up to the things that we may have been asleep to. Things that could have been done to us every day. Not just me, not just where I'm at, where all of us. Because there's nothing special about where Liz Lyon live at to make where she live at different from where we all live at, vice versa. If there's nothing special about where I live at or different, it may be different events or different incidents that take place where we all live at, but I can guarantee you this: the people that we trust They don't look at us as no different. Why you think when all these countries be having these big wars and they drop all, especially the United States, they go some damn way and they drop thousands and thousands and thousands of bombs, but they don't somehow drop them after. Now listen, notice what I just said. They drop thousands and thousands of them. But out of all them thousands and thousands of bombs that they drop, they somehow don't kill the people that they saying they after. Instead, they kill everybody around them, like innocent citizens. Why is that? Because they have no compassion for the human race. If they did, it wouldn't be like that. How hard is it for the entire world? Just think about this, y'all. Let's just be real. Forget about what they showing us on the news. Let's talk. How hard can it be for these so-called leaders around the world to just make peace? To go even further than that, what the hell are they beefing for anyway? If we over here in the United States and then they so-called got a man way over there in China or Russia, what y'all beefing about? First of all, y'all got two different cultures. If anything, we all should be coming together trying to learn something, understand what's within us, what's around us. But you got these evil ass people that think we so dumb, they want us to think just because people living over in China that they don't know nothing about God. They got their people thinking the same thing about us. Well, just because they over there and they speak another language, they can't know about just universal, just off universal thinking, just off what you've been born with. I keep telling y'all, they trying to trick us and make us think that we got to go out and fight for some rights. Damn, a civil right. Stop messing with a right that we've been born with, and that's the human right. Why are y'all messing with that? Why are y'all trying to make us think we got to go out and fight for this? No one should have to fight for that. If anything, us as men should go out and fight for our rights and the rights of the women, if anything. Because if we as men fighting for our rights, then automatically the women should be secure everywhere. We ain't talking about no laws, and that don't matter. Like in the real world, I'm not saying disobey or disrespect the law. Y'all just heard me say earlier, when you look the law, this is the law. I didn't come up with this. The law says that when you hire an attorney in this country, you are ward of the state. What ward of the state? I mean, ward of the court. If you're ward of the court, then that means you're childlike. Basically they telling us we ignorant. If we're adults and they telling us we childlike, come on now. That's not only saying we ignorant, but that's just out of this world. That's out of this world. So if they want us to think we childlike, only thing they could be saying is that we ignorant. How they gonna tell us we ignorant? And to go further than that, they saying if you hire an attorney in this country, you ignorant. So why would they say we ignorant? Because we have to be ignorant to even get caught up in their system. That's true. You can't tell me one system that's set up in this country, let alone the entire world, that doesn't involve money. I keep saying, y'all, we living on a prison planet. It costs to live on this planet. You cannot survive. Do you really think it's supposed to be like that? I don't think it's really supposed to be that way. I think, throughout time and time and time, It just happened. Not just happened, but it was a plan, and it ended up today of what it is, of what we all know it to be: crime and corruption. Straight crime and corruption. I gotta hurry up and and I'm anxious to get on the panel. I'm anxious for us to have a panel, an open panel, where we come on and we basically it's gonna be like right now. I know what we all just went through. It's like a readjustment. Y'all heard me say that. A lot of us may, we've been brainwashed to think that when a storm comes, it does only destruction. It does destructions, but destruction, that's not the only thing it does. Sometimes it clears the path for you. Even with all the knocking down and tearing up and ripping and shredding and whatever it do, sometimes it may clear path. And knowing that, I just want us to grow because we can. This right here, y'all. Let's look at it like this. What we got right now is something that at one point we didn't have this. So for us to come together as much as we do, and knowing we all intelligent, all of us, basically on the same level. There's no one smarter than the next person. We can't even think that. How can we think that? We all done went to the same schools and read out of the same books, and it's just some of us may have read more than others, but hey, all the information came from the same pot, so that doesn't make no one smarter than the next. But one thing I do know is if we take all that we do know and we put it together collectively, sincerely, and stand strong, hey, we're gonna shape something real. And how can we not do that? It's not by accident. I don't even think it's by accident. And 99.9% of us throughout this whole YouTube entire time, we haven't physically met each other. Some of us may have spoken on the phone. Some of us may have, even text or email or, whatever. Things like that brought us closer together. And we all know the situation that brought us, together. So things like that, I don't think that stuff happened by accident. It was a situation brought to us, we dealt with it. And the good thing about it is that, we moved past that. And we still in the process of moving past it. We still in the process of moving past. But because we making an effort to move past all that stuff we just went through, that right there says a lot. And it speaks volumes. It speaks a lot about us together. I already told y'all, it's so much that we can be doing on here on YouTube, whether we rock with each other or we don't. It ain't even about that. It's about doing what we know we can do. That's amazing. That's for real. That's for real. If we all can understand that, that's the first part. If we can understand it, then act on it, we'll be unstoppable, man. We had them fools shaking in their boots every time they at work. They like, man, here's another thing. I'm glad I thought about this. I be having so much on my mind, and I appreciate and thank y'all so much for bearing with me. Thank you very much. And, you know, it's just the idea. Maybe we can possibly come up with a name for our family. You know, a nice name where, you know, where we can be identified by. Something that we all come up with together. And we ain't got to rush it. Might not be tomorrow. May not be late on tonight. May not be this week or, hey, but let's put our heads together and try to come up with something that identifies us as a family and what we plan to do. I think that, and you know, I think we can do that, and I think we can come up with a good name. You know, we put our heads together, and who knows, who may come up with, you know, one person may just come up with one letter. The next person may come up with, you know, something else. And but hey, if we do it together, I know we're gonna come up with something good. How could we not? I had spoke a couple weeks ago about two sisters that came up missing from Chicago about 10 years ago. Tiara and Tiana. Like I said, we about to speak to the mother, and we gonna bring awareness because it been 10 years and they still haven't found the two girls. And you know, I had mentioned it to you all just so you know everyone can go online, YouTube or Google or whatever, and just you know get brushed up on the story. So when we do start communicating with the mother, it'll be on live. And hey, and just cause it's us over here doing it, we know that other YouTubers gonna pick the story up, which is good, because I mean, if they got like real intentions, not to be trying to play no games or none of that, we ain't got time for that. So we gladly welcome other YouTubers to come on in, pick up the story. Hey, if we over here doing it, then you got another YouTuber doing it, then so for on. That can only mean that more and more people are bringing awareness to it, and more people are becoming aware to it. So that'll be a plus for us all. How could we not do stuff like that? That right there will help us sleep good at night, wake up good, feeling good in the morning, because we know with all of us having jobs, all of us having families, and still and just having our own lives and still doing what we do. Still doing what we do. We can be strong as ever over here. And you know, a lot of us say we get in situations and it may feel like it's tearing us down or overcoming us. All we gotta do is just stand strong. I know what I'm saying sounds easy. A lot of people may say, hey, that's easier said than done. True. But when it comes and you know what you got inside of you and you know the support that you have, when you know you can somebody you have met in the family and in the life, you know, over here in the family, and you know you can call this sister or you can call this brother or you can text this brother, and you ain't got to worry about you talking to this brother or sister about, you know, something that you take serious and then worry about it being coming used against you. We ain't on that. So if anybody got those type of intentions, then just leave now. Do us all a favor. Just leave now. Because don't nobody got time for that. Do you know, and I say this a lot, and you know, sometimes the comments be so crazy, and when I say it, I don't say it in a disrespectful way. And I would say something, my response would be like, you know, do you know that the time you took to type all this stuff, that you could have been doing something else, maybe telling your kids you love them, or cooking a good meal for yourself or your family, or doing something else than just spending that energy on that. If you feel that strongly about it, then do something about it. I'm saying, like, try to prove that the information is wrong, or try to prove that, hey, if y'all on the wrong track, or whatever. If you can help us or wake us up, man, that's what we on. It's just like when I did the live earlier on Milton Johnson. I And like I said, I don't care about dislikes or likes. The only thing I care about is the family that we build, and then those of you who sincerely care about me. I can't be more realer than that. But I noticed as soon as I done that, and everybody knew what the live was finna be about, a man having a kid by his daughter, you will see some dislikes come in on a video like that. You would just think, like, what type of person will dislike something like that? This community crazy. I just, I pray, and I just want us to just, we got to do it. We got to do some bobbing and weaving through this stuff until we just get a clear path. But I know one thing, the clear path that we on the mission for, we're going to demand it. You don't have to respect us over here. And that's for anybody. You don't have to respect us over here, but we're not going to tolerate no disrespect. So just do us all a favor and just leave us alone. I appreciate every time y'all come in the chat, because whether the live be 2 seconds to 5 minutes or 10 minutes, if we can make those few minutes productive, or if it's just to come out and say, hey, got some information, let's just get on this, or man, I found this out, or man, bam, 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 or whatever it is. And sometimes it don't take a lot of time to get out some important information. Because one thing I know about everybody over here, and I know y'all intelligent, I know it. So I know that I can do a video, go live, and throw some information out there. And I know y'all gonna bam, get all over it. So when we come back together, then y'all know what it is. Tomorrow evening at 7:30, we over on Nina Ray channel to discuss the Milton Johnson thing. And y'all know we gave them people 24 hours. 24 hours. And we're not playing. They better know it. She was doing a lot of talking to she knew that question was coming. That only proved that, like I said, and I know it sounds crazy, but practically the whole community knew about it. That's how I found out about it. That's how I found out about it. Somebody in the community. And and like I was saying, one thing I'm gonna say this about that, and then tomorrow we're gonna get off into it. They target the mentally ill. This place right here, y'all, they in charge of these people. Monthly checks they get, everything. They take a percentage out of the people, the people, how people with mentally illness, they get the checks from the government every month. Man, this center, yeah. Only thing I can be thankful and grateful about is that information came to us, and the rest is up to us. Y'all have a safe evening. Women, y'all already know, keep that security tight. Watch everything that moves. Brothers, y'all do the same. Hope everybody have a smooth evening. And I'm out.
He said, she said, he said, she said, I'm not really with that. He said, she said, he say, she say, Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. I run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. I wake up, I put on my clothes, time to go check me a roll. You can't tell me shit, tell me nothing, I really tell nothing to something. Look, I used to be broke like a bitch, I was hurt, I was ugly. These bitches, they ain't wanna touch me, now none of these niggas can touch me. The time that you thought I was spending alone, I was working the phone. The time that you thought I was bummy, I was just stacking my money. Yeah, the time that you thought I was down and out, I was not in the drought. I get the dope and ship it out, American gangster. I know Victoria's Secret, I got the key to the streets. I got some niggas be trapping, they want it, they coming to me. Lord, that bitch said she want me to fuck her just like I be fucking the beat. I told her that me and my nigga gon' be there 2:45. My diamonds come away from the Mayans and I run the street with some lions. I trap like I want me a Cayenne, rap like I want me a Wraith. Don't say no shit on the internet, you ain't gon' say to my face. Lord, these industry niggas be pussy and I'm tryna give me a taste. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. Trapping, that's my reputation. I like rapping, that's my reputation. I like flipping cars, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. I like kissing bitches, reputation. Dismissing bitches, reputation. Ooh, flipping money, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. I ain't too fucking dope, reputation. I'm gon' swing first, reputation. I might kill a verse, reputation. Look, they know me, they know my reputation. Look, biker jeans, reputation. I turn my grandma's house to trap house, that's my reputation. I got court cases, shell cases, reputation. Lord, they know me, they know my reputation, bitch. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, he say. He say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Hello, he say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Why these bitches like to talk a lot? He say, she say. Why these niggas like to talk a lot? He say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Why these niggas like to talk a lot? Why these bitches like to talk a lot? Yeah, he say, she say, he say, she say. Nah. Hey, we ain't got that real fake on that fake. Yeah.